So, of course, it goes without saying that, with me having the YouTube channel and everything, I do buy a lot of fragrances. And sometimes it drives my wife crazy, and I have to hide a lot of my purchases. I know a lot of the guys out there know what that's like. But in any case, in today's video, I'm going to be going over 10 of my most recent acquisitions, and I'm also going to give you my rapid fire thoughts on them, what I feel about them, and I'm also going to try to rank them a little bit. And if I remember, I'll give a little bit of a commentary on projection and longevity. In any case, I'm excited to share this list with you, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin this video on 10 of my most recent acquisitions, tell you what I think about them, just kind of rapid fire thought, and try to rank them a little bit while also giving you commentary on other stuff like performance, I do want to start things off by mentioning that if you are a fan of fragrance related content, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit the bell icon so you can stay notified on future uploads, and of course give this video a thumbs up if you take something of value from today's episode. So these are 10 of the most recent acquisitions, fragrances that just entered my collection. Of course, it goes without saying that I didn't just try all of these fragrances. There are a couple fragrances in here that I smelled years ago. I'll let you know what they are when it comes time for me to reveal them. So let's go ahead and start things off with the one that I purchased most recently. So one thing that I do, especially if I'm kind of short on vital groceries, is I'll do like an Uber Eats order on my phone. And of course you can purchase a number of things on there, not just food from restaurants, but you can buy things from a convenience store. So every now and then I like to buy a cheap fragrance from like the local drugstore, and I saw this on the app. It was pretty cheap and I said, why not? And I know it's a classic. I know it came out in 1975. I think you guys might laugh at me for this, but by Jovan, this is called Sex Appeal. Yes, I just bought this one. I have other Jovan fragrances in my collection. This one actually came out in 1975. It's a green, spicy kind of a fragrance. It is a splash, which is convenient for some people, not for people like me. I prefer spray, but it's very spicy, ambery. It has a green vibe to it. Definitely smells very gentlemanly, very classy, and it does give off an aftershave vibe. But I enjoy a variety of different fragrances from a variety of different decades. So in hindsight, I'm really glad I purchased this one and that I added it to my collection. And it's a 4-ounce bottle. This one is going to last me a long time. It all depends on how often I actually wear it. But good stuff. So the next fragrance is by Les Jardins Retrouvés. And so they actually sent this to me as a gift. I didn't pay for this. I did a video of another fragrance by them called Rose Trocadero. I was visiting Perfumology and I featured it in a list, and I suppose they saw the video and they sent me a little gift, which was really, really nice. And they engraved my initials in the cap and everything, which is really, really cool. And I really love this brand. They have a lot of great fragrances, with Rose Trocadero being one of them. Citron Boboli is an amazing fragrance. And here we have one called Mousse Arashiyama. I love this one because it has mastic oil. And so the two things that remind me of Greece, because I used to live in Greece and I'm actually also going to Greece this summer, so I can't wait. But the two things that remind me of Greece are fig leaf or fig and mastic oil, because that's used a lot over in Greece in desserts and other things. It's called mastija. And so this one has both. And in my house in Athens, we actually have a fig tree growing in the backyard, and I would eat figs like every single day when I used to live in Greece. So this one has both mastic and figs. So it's like the snack and the dessert. It's really, really good. So I'm so happy to have this one in my collection. Beautiful fragrance, and I hope to review it very soon. The next fragrance here was actually made by a fellow YouTuber, Chris Kretis. This one is called Mint Island. So this one is an overdose of mint with yuzu and sandalwood. There's a creamy vibe about it. Oh, even from the atomizer, it's so mentholated, so bright, really opens up your nasal passages. And I know Chris is a huge fan of mint. He's been reviewing for many years, and that's one of the ingredients that he's known for many years that he always just naturally gravitates towards. So he knew that when the time came for him to have his own fragrance, it would of course be an explosion of mint, and that's precisely what this is. So if you're a fan of mint, I'm gonna leave information down below so you know how to go about acquiring this fragrance, if in fact he's still accepting pre-orders, which I think he might not be, but in any case, I'll still leave the information information down below for your convenience. So the next fragrance I actually tried back in 2011 or 2012, and this one by Parfum d'Empire is called Wazamba. Now this is inspired, if I'm not mistaken, by it's inspired by Western Africa. So it has like Ethiopian myrrh, if I'm not mistaken, Somalian incense. It has a lot of African ingredients and raw materials, and this is an amazing incense-based fragrance with complexity. So if you're a fan of really true to form, realistic incense fragrances like Cardinals Healy, Full Incense by Montal, this one is best in class, like an amazing fragrance. And so that's one fragrance that I've been telling myself I need to get for the longest time, so I'm happy that I finally acquired it. The next fragrance is a fragrance that I recently did a video on. Awesome amber fragrance with benzoin and labdanum and all the vital ingredients that are necessary for an amber perfume. And this one by Unuit Namad is called Clicksong. So this is a great Turkish Rose Absolute and amber fragrance. If you can imagine those two ingredients, sensual, perfect for a date night, great for between the sheets as well. And I also recently did a video on my favorite spring perfumes from the niche side of things, and this one is kind of indie slash niche, and this one is absolutely amazing, really classy vetiver fragrance with iris. Now the vetiver in here will evoke the very classy executive CEO types of vetiver perfumes on the market, like Grey Vetiver by Tom Ford or Vetiver by Guerlain, and this one by Rogue Perfumery is called Vetifleur. This is a must try. Absolutely amazing fragrance. Again, all information is going to be down below. Not an affiliate link for this one, but I'm just going to leave it down below for your convenience. The next fragrance was a fragrance that I kind of had lukewarm reactions to, I suppose. And so as you can tell, I'm not ranking them in any order because I think I definitely enjoy most of these fragrances more than this next one. But there's no denying the fact that this one is going to work really well in the compliment department. This one is very easygoing, definitely on the sweeter side of things, great clubbing scent. This one by Diesel is called Sound of the Brave. So this one is quite sweet, and it actually does remind me a lot of Ultramol by Jean Paul Gaultier. The next fragrance has this overdose of blood orange and grapefruit, so it has this zesty introduction, and it's a really nice scent. I actually really like this one, and it has this contemporary vibe to it, also quite different from its predecessors. So by Montblanc, this one is called Legend Red. Now of course we've had a lot of other Legend fragrances and Legend flankers, and this is called Legend Red. So this one is definitely on the more citrusy side of things, and it has amberwood as well, amberwood and sweet grass, if I remember correctly, which is a really unique combination. Anyway, if you want to learn more about it, I'm going to put my review up here. And then getting into the last two on this list, just kind of rapid fire thoughts on these fragrances. I don't even remember what this flanker is called because there's so many. I'm sorry. I don't even remember. This is the new Hugo Boss, something or other. This one is nice. Has that Hugo Boss Boss bottled DNA to it, except this one has a touch of mint in there, and so very bright, minty, has this aromatic quality in the heart. Yeah, very nicely done. I actually really enjoyed this one. I probably like this one the most so far from the designer releases. I'm gonna try to rank them, I guess, when I reveal all of them. And the next one, this is the one that I probably shouldn't be able to remember how to say or what it's called, because this one has the longest name. This one is Carolina Herrera Bad Boy Cobalt Eau de Parfum Electrique. So this one is kind of similar to the original. This one has lavender in here, if I'm not mistaken. So it has this aromatic vibe to it. And it also has this truffle note, which is really interesting. I didn't get much of that. And if you watch my review, you'll notice that I didn't really comment too much on that, because when I think of truffle, I think of Black Orchid by Tom Ford, and that has a lot of truffle. And that one is really well done. Now, this is sweet the way that the original is sweet, but the sweetness is coming from a different ingredient. Now, I know on an online fragrance forum, they list plum, and I do get this sort of plum-like vibe. Kind of reminds me of 1 Million Lucky by Paco Rabanne. Now, on the official website, there is no plum listed, but it definitely has this fruity, unconventional type of a sweetness, which is actually really nice. So I do like this one a lot. I think this one is going to be very easy to wear, very smooth, very polished. I believe the perfumer is Domitil Berthier. And let's just go ahead and try to rank them. Of all of these fragrances, and this is really hard because we have a lot of amazing fragrances here. My favorite is probably Vete Fleur. Love this stuff so much, but they're all so different from one another, so it's really hard to rank them. And then I personally love Clicksong by Unuit Nomad, and I love Wazamba, and then probably Cobalt, and then maybe we have a little bit of Boss Bottled, whatever this flanker is called. And then I just, Mint Island is really good. I'm going to stop there because, they're all really good in their own way. They're all special. And it really all depends on the season, the occasion, what mood you're in, so on and so forth. But yeah, Vete Fleur is very good. Definitely check this one out. So there you have it, ladies and gents. Thank you so much for joining me today. Just 10 of my most recent acquisitions and me also giving you my rapid fire thoughts on each one. If you enjoyed this video or if you took something of value from this video, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit the bell icon so you can stay notified on all of my future releases, and give this video a thumbs up if you take something of value from this review. Thanks again for watching. Love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.